Every hero has an enemy, but only one turns the fight personal. Across timelines and universes, one rivalry never disappears: Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. This isn't just a battle of strength, it's a psychological war that repeats itself, a conflict that defines both the hero and the villain. This is the story of a feud that survives every universe. Spider-Man is never seen without the mask. Not because he's hiding fear, but because the mask carries responsibility. It's a symbol of hope, a promise to protect the innocent, no matter the cost. Beneath that mask is a man gifted with incredible abilities: superhuman strength, a precognitive spider sense that warns him of danger, and breathtaking speed and agility that let him dance between skyscrapers. But his greatest weapon isn't his power. It's his restraint. Spider-Man always holds back. He pulls his punches, gives his enemies a chance to surrender, and fundamentally believes that everyone, no matter how far they've fallen, can be saved. He fights to incapacitate, not to destroy. And that very mercy, that unwavering belief in the good within others, is exactly what makes him vulnerable. It's a weakness his greatest foe knows how to exploit with terrifying precision. Because Green Goblin doesn't want to win a physical fight. He wants to corrupt the hero's soul. He's not interested in proving he's stronger. He wants to prove that deep down, Spider-Man is just as broken as he is. The Goblin persona, born from Norman Osborn's fractured psyche, is pure, calculated chaos. He doesn't attack Spider-Man directly at first. Instead, he targets the people Peter Parker loves. He orchestrates impossible choices, forcing the hero to decide who lives and who dies. He methodically turns every victory into a tragedy, twisting hope into crippling guilt. Where Spider-Man protects the city, the Green Goblin systematically destroys Peter Parker's world. He's not just a villain, he's a personal curse. This is why their feud exists in every universe. We see different realities, different timelines, different versions of both characters, but the outcome is always the same tragic dance. In every universe, Spider-Man refuses to cross that moral line. He refuses to kill, even when it would be easier, even when it would end the suffering. And in every universe, the Green Goblin relentlessly pushes him toward that line, desperate to make him break his one rule. This rivalry survives because it's not about superpowers. It's built on a fundamental psychological conflict. It's hope versus cruelty. It's responsibility versus chaos. It's the unstoppable force of a man who will not give up on humanity, meeting the immovable object of a man who believes humanity is a joke. When they do clash, the fights are a spectacle of power versus manipulation. Physically, Spider-Man is stronger, faster, and more agile. In a straight-up brawl, he has the clear advantage. He can dodge the pumpkin bombs, overpower the Goblin's strength, and tangle the glider in a web of his own. But the Green Goblin never fights fair. His strategy is built on dirty tricks and psychological warfare. He uses surprise attacks, not to win, but to create openings. He taunts Spider-Man with his deepest fears and failures, clouding his judgment with anger and grief. Most cruelly, he puts innocent civilians directly in the line of fire, forcing the hero to choose between stopping him and saving them. The Goblin doesn't need to defeat Spider-Man in a fight, he just needs Spider-Man to hesitate. And 1 second of hesitation, 1 moment of divided attention, changes everything. So, after all the battles, all the heartbreak across all the realities, who actually wins this endless rivalry? The answer is complicated. In a straightforward, physical confrontation, Spider-Man almost always comes out on top. He has the power and the skill to put the Goblin down. But the real battle, the one that truly matters, isn't physical. Spider-Man always survives the fight. He walks away, bruised and battered, but alive. Peter Parker, however, always pays the price. He loses friends, he loses family, he loses pieces of himself. Every victory against the Goblin comes with a devastating personal cost, and the Green Goblin knows that. He understands that leaving Spider-Man alive, but emotionally shattered, is a far greater victory than simply killing him. This is why the Green Goblin is, and always will be, Spider-Man's greatest enemy. It's not because he's stronger or smarter. It's because he understands the true cost of being a hero. He knows that the mask doesn't protect the man underneath from pain, and he dedicates himself to inflicting as much of it as possible. The war between them is eternal, not for control of a city, but for the soul of its hero. If you love epic superpowered showdowns, follow for daily stories that push limits.